Hello, this is RV Vagabond Jerry, and today I'm going to show you in this video a place that it's going to be really hard for you to find other RVers going to and showing you. It's Northwest Angle, Minnesota, and it's one of only two places in the United States that in order to drive there you have to go through Canada first and then back into the United States. The other is Point Roberts in Washington State. So that's the curiosity as to why I'm here. It's mostly a place for hunting and fishing, mostly fishing. You can get here by boat from the United States without going through Canada, but to drive here, you got to go to the Canadian border checkpoint. And by the way, starting at the Canadian border checkpoint, just north of the town of Warroad, Minnesota, and to here there's about 11 miles of gravel road you have to drive through, and it's rough gravel road, constant ridges going across the road. Now from here the gravel continues. I've read that in Northwest Angle some roads are paved and some aren't. Here's some of the fishermen in Northwest Angle. And also, right here, is their power plant. Now, there is nobody here, no checkpoint. They do have a checkpoint, as it is shown here, that you are required to go to and let the United States know that you are entering the United States from Canada. And then on the other side of the road, it shows a sign saying you are now entering Canada. And my motorhome there is presently in Canada. So my next stop is at their checkpoint. Now here's a sign posted for your safety that you don't see very often. How about that? So here is the first intersection, and this is, believe it or not, Jim's Corner, and I have no idea who Jim is. So that's where I have to go to check in. And by the way, from the US border to here, it's still all gravel road. However, it's smooth gravel. Very smooth gravel, which I don't mind so much. So we have this sign that says you can use an app instead of the phone here, which I really don't want to do. Now this phone right here on the outside of the booth is for reporting your entry back into Canada, which I will be doing when I leave. But for reporting your entry into the United States, there is a video phone in here that these two people are using. So you just type your information into this screen right here, and it says it's waiting for review, and it says I have been approved. Well, thank you very much. Now it has a big parking lot here, so what I'm going to do is take my motor scooter off of the trailer hitch and drive it around the Northwest Angle. Here is a mail drop box right at the post office. Now Angle Inlet is a town that is within the Northwest Angle, and as you see it says there, most northerly PO. Here are the hours it's open, and I'm kind of disappointed I'm going to miss this. I'm a little too early here for the 4th of July. And of course, no place likes to be without a golf course. So you golfers can tick this off of your bucket list. So this is where I'm headed now. They do have a school here for the residents. It shows the coordinates, but I guess it's grades 1 to 12. It doesn't say anything else. Well, here's a plaque with some more details about it. if you can read that. My next stop is at Prothero's Trading Post. And boy, look how they keep their lawn so nice here. Opened in 1963. And there is the Lake of the Woods. They have their own private boat launch here, which you can use. And this, I guess, is just a little patio. Now this is actually an inlet bay. This is not the open lake. This is an inlet bay on the far north side. Well, let's take a look inside.
A neat thing to get to keep it going.
Yeah. So this is just like a community room?
Yeah, we have morning coffee in here, but this is what the cabins look like. They all look like this. Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, well, thank you very much.
I hope you can find something. Yeah, we have a little Sprinter van in our one RV spot right now, but we do take folks off and on throughout the summer.
Okay. So their business here is mainly renting cabins, but they do have one RV hookup space. So the next place I'm going to show you here is Jake's Northwest Angle. There's the office. We have a boat launch and boat docks here, and they only charge $5 in or out. That's pretty cheap, I think. And over there they have a pretty good size RV park. However, they don't rent by the day or week or even by the month. They rent for the whole season, May to September. So you have to make that commitment for the whole season and pay in advance for the whole season if you want to stay here. And next on my tour is Young's Bay Resort. Well, here is the, I guess you would call, headquarters building. And I like the name of this restaurant, so I think I'm going to eat there for lunch. Now this is a pretty good size place they have here. And if you want to eat outside, you can go up on the upper deck right there. Lots of brews on tap, full liquor bar. Here is their menu. And apparently their hamburgers are the specialty. So I ordered the Jerry's Classic Burger. Sauteed onions and mushrooms. That looks really good. Well, that was really good. Now let's take a look at what they've got here. They call this the buoy, but the northernmost point is not where this buoy is. The northernmost point is way up in the upper left, which is way off into the woods where there's no road that actually goes there, because we are right now over to the right here at the end of this road where it says Young's Bay Drive Northwest. That dot by number 15, that's where we are right now. So this whole area here, you see, is the Northwest Angle, they call it. There is the office building, and here is 2 boat launches. And I think it's kind of unusual that they charge for parking overnight. Now this is on the open lake right here, but you can't see very far because there are so many islands out there. In fact, Wikipedia says that on Lake of the Woods there is over 14,552 islands. That is amazing. And maybe even more amazing, Wikipedia says that Lake of the Woods has 65,000 miles of shoreline. That is hard to believe. Now, it is the 6th largest lake in the United States, right past the 5 Great Lakes. So it's a big lake, but 65,000 miles of shoreline. Wow, that seems to me kind of hard to believe. This looks a lot like the one they have in Key West, Florida, that says the southernmost point. But again, there, the southernmost point marker like this is not in the southernmost point. Key West itself is not even the southernmost point. There's an island more further south than that that really is the southernmost point. So I guess they're both consistent with not really being accurate. Now, I asked the guy in the office, and he told me that these RVs are here year-round, and all their spaces are full. Well, that's a pretty good business if you can get it. So just like the other place, they don't take daily, weekly, or monthly renters. You got to be here for the whole season, summer season at least. And they're all full with a waiting list of other people wanting to get in. And he said some of these RVs have been here for 35 years. And they have a pretty good deal going with boat mooring as well, obviously. And there's a massive number of cars and trucks parked here for $3 a night. Well, now I'm going to the Angle Outpost Resort. So here is the much smaller Angle Outpost Marina. $6 a day or $12 with a trailer. They have one boat launch here. No boats docked up. That seems strange. There's the marina and plenty more spaces for parking. They've got a really good map here of the Lake of the Woods. This area here is the northwest angle. That's the Canada border right there. And when you look up here, you can see 14,500 islands. Look at all that. Kind of amazing, don't you think? I'm just glad I'm not the person who had to count all these islands and know what's an island and what isn't. Wow. Well, folks, I've shown you most of the places that you would be driving to, which is all on the north side of the Northwest Angle property here. On the south side is all pretty thick forest, which does have some camping, but not places you would take an RV. So I think Northwest Angle is a pretty interesting place. Might want to come here if you're on your way to Canada someday. Good day, folks.